Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Kendra, how can we help?
Hi, how are you?
Good, Kendra. What's going on?
I just got married about a month ago.
Oh, that's exciting. Way to go.
Thank you. We combined all of our finances, and we had a plan to pay for the wedding, and that plan did not go accordingly. So we ended up going into a bit of debt on top of some pre-existing debt. So now we're just kind of looking for advice as newlyweds to
What
start it off
happened?
right and get out of this.
What happened?
We were living with family, so we were able to set some money aside. We weren't really paying rent, and that plan faded, and we ended up moving out and getting into a house, which, of course, in Denver, the rent is skyrocketing.
Wait, y'all up and bought a house?
We actually rent a house.
Oh, rent a house.
We
Okay.
bought one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much?
That kind of took our wedding budget away from us, but we weren't really willing to compromise on the wedding, which was not a good financial decision by any means.
Oh, so we went into debt.
But
Oh, how much money did you take a loan out for this wedding?
we took about $32,000. Well, $35,000.
$32,000 for a
Yeah.
wedding?
Yeah.
Please
Not a
tell
good
me it's not on
decision, I
like
know.
credit cards. How did you pay for it?
We started with credit cards, and I did have some savings, so we paid for part of it as we went, but $32,000 is actually on a personal loan.
Wow. What did you spend that on? I'm just curious because I've been married a long time and I had no idea weddings. I know that they can be outrageous, but what did you spend that money on? I got to know.
The venue by itself was about $7,500, and that's no service or anything, just the building basically.
Okay.
Photographers, videographers, that's all. Everything is
Gracious.
$500
I
nowadays.
wondered if you just rented a shrimp boat to bring the shrimp in for the reception. It was so expensive.
Right?
My gosh.
So you had some
kidding.
money. You had some money that you paid cash with, and this is the $32,000 wasn't the overall cost of the wedding. That was the overage that you went into debt for, correct?
So, I think our wedding was budgeted at right about $35,000 total.
So you didn't
but we
spend
did have
any of
some
your real
pre-existing
money.
Credit card debt. We had some pre-existing credit card debt, so we were paying for stuff kind of as we went and paying that off as we booked vendors. But
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
so
okay.
much for the honeymoon period.
Oh gosh.
Because now you all
Right?
going to have to bust it to pay this off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Okay. There's a big red flag here for me. Like there's something that's glaringly like doink, 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 like glaring its red light. And it's the fact that early on you guys were hit with a fork in the road. Like, do we lower our budget and get what we can afford, or do we just say to heck with it and, put the pedal to the metal and go into debt, right?
Yep.
So I'm worried because, and I'm worried too that there was credit cards involved and all this stuff. So you guys have a mental mind shift that must happen. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the
a bit
bigger
compulsive in our spending.
Yeah. So that's almost a bigger deal for me in this moment than the debt is you guys looking at each other and going, okay, how do we want to live our life from now on? Like, what type of people are we going to be? What type of adults are we going to be when it comes to money? Are we going to, and this is a conversation, this is the next date night. Are we going to be the type of people that we see a vacation we want and we see a TV or a car that we want and we go, you know what, we can afford to just take out the payments. I mean, we'll just pay it off. Or are you going to be the type of people that go, you know what, from here on out, drawing a line in the sand, we don't borrow money. And that's first and foremost, you guys both need to look at each other and say, are we going to be the people who decide that we don't borrow money anymore?
Yep, we have had that talk.
And what's the answer?
I think we're on the same page. Just
You think?
from watching the videos and stuff online.
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa. I got to tell you, you think you're on the
I
same
am
page?
on the same page.
What?
She is on the
I'm ready to
page.
jump into it.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
you are. I think you're on the page. I don't think he's anywhere near the book.
Mm-mm. He's in a
Is that
He's
true?
in a magazine. He's in a truck magazine.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Is that true?
He's not that bad.
He's not that. Okay, good.
So real quick, what's your combined, what's the debt, not just the wedding, the total debt, and then what are your combined incomes?
Yep. So total debt, I calculated it about, we're just under 90. I think it's like 88,000.
Okay.
And can you break down the
and then
type of debt?
Combined. Sure. We have 2 vehicle loans. Those are both about 16,000 each. I have student loans, which luckily is only about 8,000. Could
Okay.
be much worse. And then credit cards combined, we have about 16,000 left, and then the personal loan for 32 on the
Okay.
wedding.
Who gave you that money?
Just like a SoFi loan or something I found
Oh,
online.
okay. You thought personal loan. I misunderstood. Okay. And what's your combined income?
Right now, I'm estimating about 130.
All right.
His kind of varies, so it
So
might
you
be a
guys
little bit
can do
higher,
this, but you got to get dramatic with it. You got to get real
Yep.
dramatic. So you
That's
called.
what I
We've.
figured.
What was your question for us? Did we answer what you wanted us to answer? Did you ask it? What can we do here?
Really just kind of looking for advice on where to start.
All right. So I'd start with the cars.
Me too.
Do you have
Okay.
any equity in those cars?
Not really.
You're upside down.
I don't think we're really upside down, but we'd probably break even or be slightly upside down, like $1,000 or $2,000. Not anything major.
You know, so first and foremost, debt snowball. Like Ken is right. I'd be looking at these cars, but first we're listing them smallest to largest. So the $8,000 student loan technically is first in your snowball. However, well, actually, that's not true. Your credit cards. What's the lowest? I'm guessing it's not just one credit card for 16,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one with about a $10,000 balance, but then the rest of them are all pretty small.
Okay, so
$1,000,
we'll list them
$2,000.
smallest to largest and knock out the smallest ones first. So that's the overarching game plan of this, and that's how you're going to feel motivated to keep going. So tonight, you guys get off the phone and go, okay, let's put these things in order, smallest to largest. That's thing one. Then next, do you guys have a budget? Are you on a budget at all?
I've kind of just like started writing stuff down.
All right. Well, we're going to make sure that you have
You guys.
We're going to make sure you have Every Dollar, which is the world's best budgeting app on the planet. It's going to help you guys get control. You're both going to be able to see it. It's going to be on both of your mobile devices, on both of your laptop computers, so you can see it. You're going to be able to see your money each day in real time, what's going on with your money. So make sure that Austin picks up to get you that. And those are the 2 keys. Find out what's going on with your money and find as much margin as possible so you can throw that at the smallest debt, and that's how you work through this debt snowball. You guys can be clear of this in 24 months.